we make decisions based on what experts, what doctors, what public health authorities recommend us to do. And there is the sense that these border measures were no longer effective or no longer justified.
Finally ending Canada's outdated and long overdue COVID-19 border and travel measures. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. It took long enough, but the Trudeau government finally got there. I guess you could say that their slogan in dealing with COVID is better late than never. They're dropping the remaining COVID border and travel measures, even if it is months later than it should have happened. So, as of October 1st, no more ArriveCAN app. That becomes optional. No more need to mask on a plane or a train. That too becomes optional. The government will also end their mandatory vaccination requirement for any non-Canadian or non-permanent resident travelers trying to enter the country. Gone too the mandatory random testing that was happening at airports and any requirements for people to follow quarantine or isolation requirements based simply off of travel. All of that now dropped as of October 1st. As I said, it took them long enough, but this is part of a pattern with the Trudeau government. You might recall that early in the pandemic, when people like myself were saying we need better screening at airports, I wasn't even calling for banning flights or travel. I said we needed better screening at airports. Well, that was determined to be racist by the Trudeau Liberals. They also called it knee-jerk and reactionary to have any sort of imposition on incoming flights from outside of the country, even though at that time, that's the only way we were bringing COVID-19 into Canada. Well, even as we got new variants, they opposed travel measures, saying travel was not an issue.
We will recall that in the a number of weeks ago, in the beginnings, there was discussion of whether or not we should entirely close our borders to China the way the United States did. We did not.
But once they got religion on this, they did what they always do. They go too far. They went further than anyone was calling for in imposing new measures, and then they hung on to them like nobody else going.
We will be denying entry to Canada to people who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents.
Most countries around the world have dropped these sorts of measures long ago. We should have let them expire at the end of June as they were set to. Instead, the government extended them into September. What did that do? Well, you saw the chaos at Canada's airports over the summer.
Well, my flight was canceled coming in here, so I was supposed to be arriving yesterday. They separated my wife and I. She left yesterday night. I came in today. A lot of bags. There's just bags everywhere, like people's luggage everywhere.
That was caused in part by the ArriveCAN app and the fact that border services agents needed to spend a lot of time helping people who didn't speak English or French fill out an app that didn't really work with what they were bringing to the table or didn't work with their technology. 30 to 40% of travelers did not have that app filled out properly. So we had those border measures backing things up at airports. We lost out on the summer tourism travel season for border communities. We've lost out on conventions and having people come here because they felt excluded. This should have been done long ago. I'll applaud the government for doing it now, but once again, they've decided to follow the political science instead of the medical science. If they followed the medical science, this would have been done long ago. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.